not let you fall! Our deed shall be written in legend.
And written in legend it has. Old Guan Yu, a name that brings fear to old Smite players and sparks curiosity in the new. Now you may be wondering, how did this turn into this? Well, to answer that, we must first start at the beginning. Old Guan Yu, a demon-faced bongo-drumming maniac, was released on June 29th, 2012, and he quickly made his presence felt on the battleground of the gods. Guan Yu was originally a guardian. Guan Yu's ult passive, Fortified Defense, provided 20 protections when near an enemy tower or your own. Whatever, right? Fafnir gets that with 1,000 gold. Guan Yu's 1, Tranquil Gift, healed everyone around him and reduced his cooldowns by 2. Same thing as it is right now, right? No. His healing would scale with how much magical power he had. And if you're playing Guan Yu the right way, you get all the magical power. That means with 631 magical power, he could potentially do 505 healing to everyone around him on a 6-second cooldown that gets reduced by 2 seconds. That's more than Hell Heal, which is on a 12-second cooldown. Moving on, Guan Yu's 2, Warrior's Will, is a dash that passes through enemies, dealing damage and applying a slow. This ability hit for 330 damage, plus 60% magic power scaling, and it reduced your cooldowns by 2 seconds while being on a 6-second cooldown as well. These numbers added up to do a total of 708 damage. That's almost as much as Poseidon Kraken on his 2! Hang in there, guys. It gets worse. Guan Yu's 3, Tallow Assault. Guan Yu spins his blade, slicing enemies for 60 damage plus 20% magic power for every 0.4 seconds for 4 seconds. Each hit debuffs enemy protections by 10 and buffs Guan Yu the same amount for up to 30 protections. Oh yeah, and Guan Yu is knockback immune. This ability had the potential to hit for 2,462 damage. Guan Yu basically has a walking Anubisol on his 3 with a 12-second cooldown. Finally, Guan Yu's ult. Tactician's Advantage. Guan Yu attacks 3 times. First hit hits for 200 plus 30% of your magic power and you're slowed. Enemies hit a second time, take the damage plus 50% and you're silenced. Enemies hit a third time, take damage plus 100% and you're stunned for 2 seconds. Plus, Guan Yu CC immune. This all adds up to hit for 1,753 damage. That's more than Scylla ult, who has 656 magical power at her disposal. And this is in a wide cone in front of Guan Yu. Scylla has a little, well not little, medium-sized circle, and she has to aim it because it has a big ass delay. How long would Hi-Rez let this beast of a god last? Well, not very long. Just a week later, Guan Yu saw nerfs across the board, and over the months, he was nerfed more. He eventually came to the point where the community saw him as balanced. Then, it was announced. Guan Yu would be receiving a rework to better fit his lore. The community wasn't very happy and took to the forums. This quickly became a polarizing topic until the new Guan Yu was finally displayed on the Zhong God reveal.
This update also introduces a completely new take on Guan Yu. The Saint of War is reborn as a physical melee bruiser.
Guan Yu's passive, ult, class, and appearance had been changed. He was no longer depicted with having a red face, which may have derived from a description in the first chapter of the Ming Dynasty historical novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Guan Yu received a new passive called
Painless allows Guan Yu to gain force of will as he takes damage. Each instance of damage received increases the healing of conviction.
and new ultimate.
Finally, in Guan Yu's ultimate, Cavalry Charge, he leaps onto his horse to damage and slow surrounding enemies. You may attack multiple times. Upon dismounting, you stun enemy gods.
These changes did make Guan Yu play a different way, with his heal having to have full painless stacks to reach its maximum potential. Guan Yu still remained strong. In the pro scene, Guan Yu was mostly seen in the duo lane, with a pick ban rate of 68%. Season 1 ends with Guan Yu being a strong pick, and even picked in the final game where TSM goes on to beat Team Dignitas at the Smite launch tournament. At the beginning of Season 2, Guan Yu is still a strong support, as explained by AFK support Incon.
And that is going to be Guan Yu. He has a very strong kit. He has pretty good lane clear. He has sustain. He has a lot of stuff to bring to the table. And as far as warrior sports go, he's really, really strong.
Guan Yu in Season 2 tends to stay around A tier, even one time dipping as low as C, as he just didn't bring anything to the table. And this kind of represents Season 3 as well. Guan Yu continues to be a household name, as he is very aggressive, adds a good amount of physical damage for variety, and his out of combat heal is just really good. With the mid-season patch changing his passive, we'll see if Guan Yu continues to be good, as history shows us, or will Guan Yu finally fall below balance.